Good day once again, dear students, radiant Pollocks. Welcome to the second part of our week 1 lesson in Understanding Culture, Society, and Politics. The first video we discussed the essence and overview of anthropology. And today we're going to discuss the second part of the overview or the rationale or the fourth day's lesson of society or sociology. The second aspect of studying UCSP or social sciences. What is sociology or sociology? Society is defined as a group of people who exist accordance with certain social structures and in the process create and maintain these structures for themselves. Society is always changing. It is dynamic. It changes in time. By devising a way to study human social life systematically, scholars are able to paint a clear portrait of our social landscape as they studied um, society related to culture and related to human beings. Berger explained that sociology enables us to see general patterns in particular events. This means finding general patterns in particular event. This means that the pattern, if it is always done and practiced, then it becomes a culture in a certain society or a certain community. And then C. Wright Mills, sociological imagination, he contributed that ability to understand social world, social forces, and the actions of individuals. People will be able to veer away personal worldview because they have this structure and pattern studied by the scholars and sociologists because they analyze daily events and then they regard phenomena or occurrences in a much uh, broader perspective. Maybe they use scientific method on how to interpret the occurrences and practices in the community. Sociology enables us to see strange in the familiar. There is this what we call radical or different, but it is familiar to everybody. This means detaching ourselves from common explanations by taking a new look at society. A new look at society. I mean, human behavior is not simply a matter of what people decide to do. Society itself shapes our thoughts and deeds because we are living in our environment, living with the people around the society. W.I. Thomas, an American sociologist, formulated a theorem, in 1928, which states if people define situations as real, they are real in their consequences. If cult members consider their leader powerful, then hear and perform a magic. So believing to something that is seen in common, it is a matter of shaping the minds, the thoughts of the people. Sociology through the years, studying society is an activity that can be traced back to the ancient Greek and Roman civilizations. Remember that Greek and Roman civilizations pioneered the scientific method of observation, studying the occurrences and phenomena around. And then also they continued to do that and prospered of interpreting what is happening in their environment, in the nature, and the affairs of the people. Scholars of the period discuss social cohesion, collective solidarity, and community in their various works. But as a separate discipline, sociology is relatively new. Say relative, that means they have their various views of the new normal, the new experiences. 19th century, the birth of sociology. Most likely, this was the time of scientific advancement. Radical social change happened, and great instability on the other. But during this period, social problems were also viewed as consequences of scientific and democratic industrial revolution. That is why Augusto Comte invented sociology, or the study of society, behavior of people in the society, in 1842, and brought together the word, which means Greek word socios, which means companion, and the word logi or logos, which is the study. Socius, companion, and logia or logos, study, discourse. Herbert Spencer first thought of the survival of the fittest, not even Darwin. The non-interference should not help the poor or the weak. Karl Marx, the very famous Karl Marx, forerunner of conflict theory, wrote a communist manifesto, misery of the lower classes due to social order, overthrow bourgeoisie or capitalist. We will talk more about Karl Marx in coming days, but he's one of the theorists, he's one of the authors or mind to introduce a lot of changes in the view of the people of our society, especially social order, social classes. And then Emile Durkheim, a French intellectual and the first to teach social science in the university level in France. For him, the key element in social progress is social cohesion or solidarity, your unity with the society and with the people, the force that is needed for cooperation and unity. What is controversial, he wrote, the suicide to prove the social forces strongly impact on people's lives and it could affect human behavior, human thinking, mental aspect, the affairs of the society could really affect the people mentality. Weber or Max Weber believed in sympathetic understanding, essential understanding of the behavior of others. He gave the notion that economy, politics, and culture are the social forces that divide people into groups and link one another. For him, religion is very influential in the affairs or actions and thoughts of the people. This is very important, and we are happy that sociology in the Philippines started and progress as well as a college subject taught in first in University of Santo Tomas or UST in 1896, UP in 1911, and Siliman University here in the island of Negros in 1919. Father Valentin Marin was the first to teach sociology in UST in 1896. Serafin Macaray was the first Filipino sociologist to obtain a doctoral degree in sociology. The development of sociology in the Philippines is brought about by two realities, namely sociology as a course in the tertiary level or subject course and in college, and the use of sociological knowledge to apply disciplines. These are two dominant reasons and realities why sociology prospered and progressed in the Philippines. The development of sociology may be divided into three stages, or how sociology was viewed, as social philosophy was taught from the normative point of view. A problem-oriented or welfare-oriented was viewed as a solution to social problem, and the scientific discipline served as a tool of the government and private sectors in their expansion and development goals. This is how sociology developed. This is how sociology uh, progress and functions. So, how does anthropology and sociology relate with each other? This question, you may answer this in the next item or section of your Moodle lesson. Thank you so much for listening to the second part of our lesson, week 1 in UCSP. Have a nice day.